Today, we will perform a chemical analysis to determine the dissolved oxygen in the waters of the water bodies. In particular, we will examine the samples taken in our river Lower Imera, also called River Salso, making a titration test. Remember that at the end of the test, we have to use the atmospheric pressure reading from a barometer or a local altitude to determine the correction factor from the chart below and multiply the dissolved oxygen test result ppm by the correction factor to obtain the corrected dissolved oxygen value. You all know that aquatic animals need dissolved oxygen to live. Fish, invertebrates, plants, and aerobic bacteria all require oxygen for respiration. Oxygen dissolves readily into water from the atmosphere until the water is saturated. Once dissolved in the water, the oxygen diffuses very slowly, and distribution depends on the movement of the aerated water.
Excuse me, teacher, can I ask you anything about where does the oxygen come from?
Francesca, of course you can. The oxygen found in water comes from many sources, but the largest source, as I said before, is oxygen absorbed from the atmosphere. Wave action and splashing allows more oxygen to be absorbed into the water. A second major source of oxygen is aquatic plant, including algae. During photosynthesis, plants remove carbon dioxide from the water and replace it with oxygen.
Another question for you, teacher. Where does the oxygen go?
Yes, Davide. Once in water, oxygen is used by the aquatic life. Fish and other aquatic animals need oxygen to breathe or respire. Oxygen is also consumed by bacteria to decay or decompose dead plants and animals.
What about respiration?
All animals need oxygen to respire, grow and survive. Plants and animals respire throughout the night and day, consuming oxygen and producing carbon dioxide, which is then used by plants during photosynthesis. All plants and animals' waste eventually decomposes, whether these form living animals or dead plants and animals. In the composition process, bacteria use oxygen to oxidize or chemically alter the material to break it down to its component parts, the living organisms, which eventually live or suffocate.
Teacher, what's the difference between dissolved oxygen condensation and BOD?
Well, Antonio, biochemical oxygen demand is determined by measuring the dissolved oxygen concentration in a freshly collected water sample and comparing it to the dissolved oxygen level in a sample that was collected at the same time but incubated under specific conditions for a specific length of time. The difference between the two oxygen levels represents the amount of oxygen required for the composition of organic materials and the oxidation of chemicals in the water during the storage period, a measurement known as BOD.